The Panthers placed Cam Newton on injured reserve yesterday, officially ending the former MVP season. Cam was 0-2 this year before being sidelined with a foot injury and handing the reins over to Kyle Allen, who has led Carolina to a 5-1 record in his starts. Cam replied to a post on Instagram about the situation, writing in his very own Cam style. Charlotte and the Panthers will forever be in my heart. I will work my tail off to be stronger, faster, smarter, and accurater. Yes, he said that word, guys. For you guys. Until then, I will continue to support the hell out of the Panthers. And for Kyle Allen and Will Grier, hashtag shine through the shade. So, Shannon, is Cam saying goodbye?
Yeah, Skip, it sounds like it, because when you'll forever be in my heart, it just appears that he's resigned to the fact that his career in Charlotte's probably over.
Yep.
And Skip, true story, I had a girlfriend write me a letter just like this here.
No.
Say, Shannon, I'll always
like
love
this?
you. Say, Shannon, you'll always be special to me.
A letter?
I mean, just like that. You'll always be
She
special.
broke up via letter?
No, I'm just saying, the letter came. And so, I was like, well, damn, it's odd. She really never left the letter before, and I'm reading it. Shannon, you'll always be special to me. You'll always hold a special place in my heart. I'm reading up like, okay.
Oh.
Huh.
Oh.
Was that the last you spoke to her, or what happened?
Skip, stop.
Well, I wouldn't know.
How did it end?
How it ended.
How
What
did
happened?
it end?
You know how it ended.
You can't
The
leave
same way it's going
it
for Cam.
Well, I think that ended that, right?
Yeah, it definitely did, Skip.
Okay.
Skip, but they say in marriage, it's a lot easier to go your separate ways if there's nothing there to hold you.
That is
There's no
correct.
kids, there's no financial, there's no property, so it's easy to sever ties. Cam Newton has a $21 million cap hit, but if they release Cam, it's only $2 million.
Wow.
NFL teams eat $2, $3, $5, $10 million like it's $5.
I agree.
Now, if there was a $40 million, like that big cap hit when Tony Romo retired, Skip, remember they had to split it out over 2 years, the cap hit was so big.
Yeah.
But for this, Cam has been injured, and I said last year, Cam is injured. Cam was playing hurt.
Yep.
But people don't want to hear that. When you go out on that field, Skip, all they see is Charlotte. Oh, that's Carolina? Number one, that's Cam. They don't know what was going on with Cam's shoulder. Cam's shoulder was hurt more than what he let on.
He's had 2 shoulder surgeries since 2017, right?
And he's taken some punishment over the years, Skip, being a running quarterback. And, Skip, they were running quarterback power. They were having a fullback lead and a tackle lead, and Cam running the ball like he's a running back.
Remember that hit at the goal line in Atlanta?
And he took several of those. Ooh. And that catches up with you at some point in time. But also something happens, Skip. Don't let anybody fool you. When they draft a guy behind your position and they take him in the first 3 rounds, he should have got an indication when Jimmy Garoppolo got drafted. You Skip, they were willing to move on from Tom Brady. At the time, Tom Brady had 4 Super Bowls and 2 Super Bowl MVPs.
Yeah.
And they were willing to move on. I understand Cam Newton is a league MVP. He's been to Pro Bowls. He's been an All-Pro. But if you don't think those teams, if they think they can save $1 and still get the same results because they're looking at, well, Kyle Allen 5-1. But before you make this move, Carolina, let me make sure you're aware of something. Do you believe that C-Mac, Christian McCaffrey, is going to be on an all-purpose, all-record pace for the next 3 to 5 years?
Good question.
He's playing out of his mind.
At the moment.
He's in the MVP discussion.
Yeah.
But you better hope he can stay at that level. Because if you think Kyle Allen or Will Grier, because I believe you stumbled on Kyle Allen. You did select Will Grier. I think you took him in the 3rd round, Skip.
What was it, 4th?
3rd or 4th round.
Yep.
Okay. I believe you stumbled on Kyle Allen.
Yep.
Will Grier had gotten hurt.
Yep.
But, Skip, they better be right on this. But Cam's going to have suitors. Chicago take it right now, Skip.
Well, I think they would.
Chicago take it right now.
I agree.
If he was, obviously he's not healthy, Skip, but I'm saying right now, he will have his opportunity to go somewhere and start in this league. But reading the letter, and I get he says, well, I'm going to do my best to come back stronger, faster, smarter, more accurate for you guys. But I think that first line is what, you'll always be special, you'll always be in my heart. That sounds like a guy that's resigned to the fact that he knows in the very near future that his time in Carolina is probably going to be up.
Which is why I thought this post, there were a couple of posts, I thought they came off as much as dares as goodbyes. Daring Carolina, okay, go ahead. Let me go.
Right.
Because I'm going to come back faster, stronger, accurate.
Right.
I'm going to come back and I'm going to show you.
So that wasn't for the fans, that was for his organization.
That's what I believe.
Okay.
And I believe there's some bitterness, some animosity on his part, and maybe justifiably so.
Right.
That they have not continued to support him through some decline in his statistics since 2015. But he was the MVP of this league.
Yes.
That's hard to do.
Yes.
And I can't let that go right now.
Right.
I cling to that because I can't really defend the last 3 years. Stats have been they've declined a little bit. The interceptions are up. He's tied for the most over the last 3 years, but there are 3 others. It's Ben and Jameis and Phillip Rivers.
Right.
So he's tied with those 3 for the most interceptions. 14, 16, and 13 over the last 3 years. We know he's not the most accurate thrower, but he's simply the most dynamic quarterback we've ever seen. Now, maybe Lamar Jackson is on path to change all that, to rise above even that. But Christian McCaffrey has now become the face of the franchise.
He is.
Christian McCaffrey is an undersized back.
Right.
Cam Newton was an oversized quarterback.
Yes.
But still, he took a lot of punishment.
Yes.
We got the Earl Campbell syndrome operating in a quarterback because he took on so many tacklers head on that maybe he's paying the price. And again, they finally, Adam Schefter, reporter on ESPN, that they finally put him on IR because they just got sick and tired of all the guesswork about what's wrong with him.
Right.
And being asked, obviously, Rivera gets asked like every
coach,
session,
yes.
What's up with Cam? What's up? What is it? What is it exactly?
Skip,
and they finally said, okay, we're sick of it. He's gone. He's on IR for the rest of the year.
You remember after they lost the Super Bowl, they played the Broncos that opening Monday night.
Yep.
Do you remember the shots that Cam was taking in those games? I mean, he took 3 shots to the head that now we look back on it, you like, those probably should have been $25,000, $40,000 fines.
Yep. Wow. No, you're right. It's like he lost a year off his career in one night.
Yep.
Right? So the point is, I think they have burned out a little bit on his leadership style or lack thereof because Cam, to me, was always more of a solo act. Leadership was not his forte as far as leading vocally or by deed. He just goes out and balls. That's what he does. And that's going to lead you, and it led them to a whole lot of wins.
Yes.
But we know the pictures of Cam sitting down the bench and put the towel over his head. Like, I don't want to be associated with that. But remember on his YouTube channel, what he posted a month or so ago, and it was titled, "The Truth About Why I'm Sidelined, in My Words, in My Way." Do you remember this? And he was dressed up, but he lit up a cigar, and he was sipping wine. And then he, over a 15-minute period, explained what was wrong. I don't think he went to Liz Frank injury, but that's what he now supposedly has with his foot, which is, you know, that's serious business.
Absolutely, yes.
Okay, so could that hamper him going forward? Is he just one of those beaten up, like Michael Vick at the end, when he got to Philly, it just started to unravel because he'd be the first, we have him on the show a lot of Mondays, but he'd be the first to tell you, I was just pounded, man. I was just like, it becomes like cauliflower body, right? Where you're just...
And it got to the point, Skip, that every time that he got hit, either he stayed down or the ball came out.
That is correct.
That's the first, and that's the indication that you say, you know what? He couldn't, I mean, Skip, even though he wouldn't get hit, he would hit the ground hard. And he wouldn't get up.
That is true. So USA Today has a whole big story speculating on if this is it, and it's like leaning in that direction, where would he go? Well, Chicago's one of the destinations. Denver is a destination. Tennessee is a destination. Those teams have good defenses, and they don't mind winning a 13-10 game.
Absolutely.
So if Cam can get you 13 kind of on his own, be my guest.
He's better than Tannehill. He's better than Mariota. He's better than Flacco. He's better than what they got in Denver. He's better than Trubisky. And Chase Daniel, he's better than those. There are 3 teams right there.
Okay.
That if Cam Newton is on the open market, they should be first in line.
Would you take a shot? I would too. I would take a shot. And you know what?
Hell, I called John Elway in Denver, who's running it. Hey, bro, look at Cam.
Take a shot.
Do it. Maybe he needs to start fresh. Maybe as he goes on age 31, maybe it's time for a fresh start. Maybe he ran his course in Charlotte. Maybe it just doesn't feel right anymore.
Sometimes, Skip, you don't realize what you have until it's gone.
Maybe.
And you have Cam, you're like, well, are we winning these games with Kyle Allen? That's not to take anything away from Kyle Allen because he's played well. They're playing well as a team.
Just as a note, you know how much I liked Will Grier coming out. And he has not had his shot yet. So maybe at some point he would get his shot. So we'll see.
We'll see. But maybe you're right.
Listen, you want to talk about big shoes to fill? Those are big shoes. He won a lot of football games. He got you to a Super Bowl. He did a lot of great things, not good things. He did great things. He beat New England a couple times.
Yes.
One on a Monday night.
Yep.
Remember that?
Yep.
That was big time.
And Skip, he went
beat him up there.
Yes.
Beat him up there.
Just 2 years ago.
Yeah, he beat him up there.
Yeah.
So he has quite a resume, but it seems like everything went sour on it.
Right.
In Carolina, maybe it's time to start fresh, and I would like to see him re-challenge elsewhere.
Start fresh in Denver.
Yeah. Okay. I'll buy that.
He brought up his age, just being 30. I mean, he should have time.
Okay, he should have time, but it's
Given
like
if he gets
it
healthy.
feels
His
like
31 is probably like 35 with the shots that he's taking.
It
Yes.
is. That's the problem.
He's not one of those guys that, you know, he got hit a lot. Mobile quarterbacks take a lot of punishment because they run themselves out of something on the backside while running them something into the front side, and then he's running and scrambling.
I agree.
And he's a big man. Cam Newton, when I first saw him, I'm like, this dude's a quarterback. Cam is legit 6'5", 255.
That's a good point.
But he's lost weight. He's become full-time vegan now. He's lost weight. He's down probably like 245 now.
Okay.
But he's a huge man.
But even when he was 255, he didn't play 255.
No.
I mean, he didn't look. He
wasn't
looked
bulky.
like he could move.
Yes, yes. He's statuesque.
When you list all the teams, though, that need a quarterback, it feels like when he is healthy, and hopefully he has a good recovery from that injury.
The only team I know that doesn't need a quarterback is Dallas.
Oh, really?
They got
Is that what we're talking about?
They got a quarterback.
Interesting. Interesting you bring up the Cowboys,
Thank
Skip.
you.
I'm not used to that at all. We're going to talk about Dak in a recent article about